Hello students, today we will learn the force between two parallel currents and we will define 1 ampere. So we will be considering two conductors and we will allow current to flow through them and we will see how the forces are. Before that, let us recall Fleming's left-hand rule. Fleming's left-hand rule tells us that if we stretch our forefinger, central finger and thumb finger mutually perpendicular to each other, the forefinger represents magnetic field, the central finger represents the direction of electric current, and thumb represents the force experienced by the particle. So we will be using two formulae. First one is related to your Ampere circuit laws, current carrying straight wire. So magnetic field on a current carrying conductor is given as B is equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi r. That is one equation. The other formula that we'll be using is the magnetic force on a current carrying conductor, that is F is equal to BIL sine theta. The question in the exam is asked as follows. Derive an expression for the force between two parallel straight conductors carrying current and hence define ampere. This is a very important 5-marker question. If this question is not coming for the exam point of view, then the numerical from this part will be a 5-marker question. So either the derivation will be there or there will be a numerical. So very important 5-marker question for the exam point of view. So here, derive an expression for the force between two parallel straight conductors carrying current. So as the question tells you, we have two conductors here and it is named as A and B. Conductor A and conductor B. Current flowing through conductor A is IA. Current flowing through conductor B is IB. We will take the distance between these two conductors as small letter d. We will also consider a segment of the conductor and we'll name the length of that as L as shown in the diagram. That is what we have written here. Consider two long straight parallel conductors carrying current IA and IB respectively, placed at a distance d. Let L be the length of the segment of the conductors as shown in the diagram. So here, this small L, we have taken it as a segment because this conductor can be infinitely long. So we will consider a small part of that conductor and we will find out what is the force acting at that particular distance. Here is an example as to how we can find the forces. There is one conductor carrying current I1. For that conductor, if we use Fleming's left-hand rule, we will see that the force acting will be towards the neighboring conductor and the magnetic field will be facing towards you. And when you look at the neighboring conductor where current I2 is flowing, magnetic field will be going into the plane of the paper and here the force will be towards the other conductor. So the forces here are attractive forces if the current is flowing in the same direction for neighboring conductors. Let us see the diagram again. We have conductor A and conductor B. Current IA produces a magnetic field BA in the neighboring conductor, which gives rise to force FBA between the two conductors AB. Again I am telling, current IA is flowing in conductor A. This current gives rise to magnetic field BA on B. This magnetic field in turn gives rise to a force between the two conductors. This is like when you all are playing magnets, you all would have experienced. Before you even bring them closer, you can feel the push and pull of the magnet depending on North Pole and the South Pole. Same way, Here, when current is flowing through a conductor, there will be magnetic field generated in the neighboring conductor, and this gives rise to force between them. So let us see what is the magnetic field at the point on the conductor B due to current IA. Magnetic field is BA equal to mu naught IA divided by 2 pi d. This gives rise to a force FBA. Force on B due to A is equal to BA IBL sin theta. We are using the formula BIL sin theta. So BA is the magnetic field due to current passing through A, and IB is the current flowing through B, and L sin theta is the part of the formula. We will just substitute BA in the equation. So FBA will become mu naught IA divided by 2 pi d into IBL sin theta. Sin theta becomes equal to 1 because we are taking my force, current and the magnetic field to be perpendicular to each other using Fleming's rule. So theta becomes 90 degree, sin theta goes to 1. So my force on B due to A is FBA, which is equal to mu naught IA divided by 2 pi d into IBL. Now we'll do the reverse. We had sent current through A and found the force on B. So we will do the reverse. We will send current through B and find the force on A. So we have similarly the magnetic field at any point on conductor A due to current IB as BB is equal to mu naught IB divided by 2 pi d. This is due to current flowing through the conductor B. There will be a force acting on A due to this magnetic field. So that force is given as FAB, that is equal to BBIA into L. Again, there should be a sin theta. Sin theta goes to 1 because angle is 90 degree. We will substitute the equation of magnetic field in the force equation. So my FAB is equal to mu naught IB divided by 2 pi d into IA into L. This is the force acting on conductor A. Since the direction of forces are opposite, my FBA is equal to minus FAB. That negative sign tells the forces are opposite to each other. Hence, the parallel currents attract and the anti-parallel currents repel. That means if the currents are parallel in the two conductors, there will be attractive force. If the currents are going in opposite direction, then you will have repulsive force. Let us see how to define 1 ampere. To define 1 ampere, we will consider small FBA to represent the magnitude of force capital FBA per unit length, and similarly small FAB represents the magnitude of force capital FAB per unit length. So the equation becomes small FBA is equal to capital FBA divided by L. When you substitute the formula for force, L and L cancels out. So the formula for small FBA is equal to mu naught IAIB divided by 2 pi d. The similar thing happens to FAB as well. In this equation, if I substitute the values for IA and IB to be equal to 1 ampere and distance between the two conductors to be 1 meter, and if I substitute mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, I will get my force per unit length to be equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter. Keeping this in mind, we define 1 ampere. An ampere is defined as the steady current which when flows through each of the two infinitely long straight parallel conductors in the same direction, placed 1 meter apart in vacuum, causes an attractive force of 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter length on each conductor. You can also define 1 ampere as follows. An ampere is the value of that steady current which, when maintained in each of the two long straight parallel conductors and placed 1 meter apart in vacuum, would produce a force which is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter. That is, if we are keeping a steady current of 1 ampere in both the conductors, and if those two conductors are placed at a distance of 1 meter in vacuum, they have an attractive force of 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter. Let us now do few numericals based on solenoid, toroid and parallel conductors carrying current. The formulas we are using is as follows. Magnetic field for a solenoid and toroid both have the same magnetic field, so B is equal to mu naught Ni. Tesla is the unit for magnetic field. Force per unit length of parallel conductors, small f is equal to capital F by L, that is equal to mu naught IAIB divided by 2 pi d. SI unit is Newton per meter. Force due to parallel conductors, it's only F. So only F is equal to mu naught IAIBL divided by 2 pi d. SI unit is Newton. Start off with the first question. This is a question for a solenoid. A solenoid of length 0.5 meter has a radius of 1 centimeter and is made up of 500 turns. It carries a current of 5 ampere. What is the magnitude of magnetic field inside the solenoid? So let's see what all is given to us. L is given, length of the solenoid 0.5 meter. N is number of turns made, is 500 turns. I, current flowing is 5 ampere. Radius is 1 centimeter. We got to convert it to SI unit, that is meters. So 1 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Small n is capital N divided by L. Number of turns per unit length is 500 divided by 0.5. Now we will substitute all these values in the formula for magnetic field. B is equal to mu naught Ni. When you substitute, you will get the equation as B is equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. This is the constant value for mu naught into N value is 500 divided by 0.5 into current value is 5. When you evaluate, you will get the answer as 6.28 into 10 power minus 3 Tesla. This is for you all to try. Just try if you all can, solve the numerical. You'll almost get the same answer. A solenoid of length 50 centimeter having 100 turns carries a current of 2.5 ampere. You have to find out the magnetic field. So use the same formula. First find out small n. Okay, convert all the centimeters to meters and then solve and check whether you are getting the same answer as put in the bracket. Next question. A solenoid 50 centimeter long has 4 layers of windings of 350 turns each. The radius of lowest layer is 1.4 centimeter. If the current carried is 6 ampere, estimate the magnitude of magnetic field near the center of its solenoid along its axis. So you have length is 50 centimeter, that is 0.5 meter. Radius is 1.4 centimeter, converted to meter again, 1.4 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Current I is 6 ampere. Number of turns is 4 into 350 because there are 4 layers and each layer has 350 turns. Small n is equal to capital N divided by L, that is equal to 4 into 350 divided by 0.50. That gives you 2800 per meter. Magnetic field B is equal to mu naught Ni. Substituting the values for mu naught, 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, n is 2800 into 6 as current. You will get the value for magnetic field as 2.11 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla. Next question. A toroid of 0.21 meter radius has 4200 turns of wire wound. If current in the wire is 10 ampere, what is the magnetic field inside the core of the toroid? So let's see what all is given. Radius is given 0.21 meter. Number of turns is 4200 turns. Current is 10 ampere. Circumference of the toroid is nothing but the length you have to find out. Length of the toroid is 2 pi r. That is 0.42 pi. N is nothing but number of turns per unit length. So capital N divided by length. Instead of length, we have to consider the circumference of the toroid. So we are taking it as 2 pi r. If you substitute, you will get 4200 divided by 0.42 pi. Now substitute all these values back to the magnetic field, which is equal to mu naught Ni. When you substitute and calculate, you will get your magnetic field as 0.04 Tesla. Next is for parallel conductors. Two straight long parallel conductors separated by 0.06 meter carry current of 2 ampere and 3 ampere in opposite direction. Find the magnitude of force per unit length and also find the nature of the force is what they are asking. So let us see what all is given to us. They have the distance between the two conductors d as 0.06 meter. Current in the first conductor IA is 2 ampere, second conductor IB is 3 ampere. Length of the conductor is 1 meter. You have to find out F by L. So force per unit length. Small f is equal to mu naught IAIB divided by 2 pi d. When you substitute these values, you will get 200 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter as your force per unit length. The nature of the force is repulsive force. How will you know it is repulsive force? Because they are telling you the current is flowing in opposite direction. That is how you write it as repulsive force. Next question is two long and parallel straight wires A and B carrying currents of 8 ampere and 5 ampere in the same direction are separated by a distance of 4 centimeter. Estimate the force on 10 centimeter straight section of wire A. So we have distance between the two conductors as 4 centimeter. Converting it to meter, you will have 0.04 meter. IA is 8 ampere. IB is 5 ampere. Length is 10 centimeter. Converting it to meter, it is 0.1 meter. You have to find out force on A. So force is mu naught IAIBL divided by 2 pi d. When you substitute the values for mu naught, 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 IAIBL, 8 into 5 into 0.1 completely divided by 2 pi d. 2 pi into 0.04, that is equal to 200 into 10 power minus 7 Newton.